and welcome to today's episode.
And this episode of DUD or SPUD is sponsored by Red Stripe.
Hip, the deal's not confirmed yet, bro.
Oh, shit, yeah. Shit.
Oh, anyway, welcome to today's episode of DUD or SPUD. Maniacal Mac.
And I'm Hibbs.
And Hibbs, what is this beautiful movie that we are going for today, sir?
We are going to watch Force 5. Looks absolutely mental again, of course. We're praying for a SPUD today. We've had a run of duds. So everything we've done so far, apart from the first film, the Bosworth one,
pretty much been duds, haven't it?
Like dud. So
yeah, there was that one in early, I felt bad giving it a dud, but it was still a dud, like the Hell's Highway one. But yeah, so Force 5, we didn't even fully watch the full trailer on this. We about halfway through, and we were like, nah, that'll do. Don't need to see no more. This looks great. So one of them classic martial arts fucking filming it. I think the storyline is there's just 5 martial arts experts, and for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, we don't really know, but that's the beauty of it.
As per usual, it is going to be a shit movie. We can't promise anything, but I'm hoping I can reach for a SPUD based on pure comedy-ness.
Pull a SPUD out the old pocket, innit? We'll see. You've had too many duds, you know what I mean? And
but the trailer looked funny, didn't it?
It's surprising, though, because I'll be honest, usually these absolutely terrible shit films, I would usually give a SPUD purely because of that. But a lot of them we watched recently have had too much padding in. But this one, because it's one in martial arts film, hopefully, there'll be nothing but martial arts in it, and we'll have no excuse but to give it a SPUD, no matter how bad it is. But this was made in 1981, so right on the back end, probably filmed on the back end of 70s. Off of the Bruce Lee fame, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing there's going to be some references there at some point. But so should we just go straight into Force 5 and see how it goes?
Yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Let's do it, dude. We'll be right back with you soon. Okay, and so we have just finished watching that movie, which I think the head's most, bro. What the fuck was it called again?
Force 5.
Force 5. So we just finished watching Force 5, and it was quite a mad one, I guess, when it does a full circle. The film starts with a guy crying like a little girl and ends with a guy crying like a little girl. So I thought that was quite funny, If this, do you reckon this is going to turn out to be our hero of the film? Because if so, he's lost a million man points. He's got a lot to make up for.
I reckon the blonde guy is going to annoy me.
What, Ken? Oversized Ken.
Yeah, oversized Ken.
Do you think? He's like the second henchman. He's going to be in it till the end.
I think he's going to annoy me. I'm calling it early. Oh, cool. I don't know why. I just think it's something about him I don't like. He's gonna
trust your gut instincts, bro.
Yeah.
And you'll be right about it. I hope they say that main guy because he screamed like a little bitch at the beginning and he gave up information. Now I reckon he's going to die just to show the brutality of the main bad guy. Are you serious?
He's screaming all the time.
It's a little girl. Come here, here's Johnny. Dylan, shoe off, mate. Yeah. Get away! Yeah. Get away! Stop it! Stop winning! Stop winning! Oh, now he's screaming like a girl. Our whole does a full circle. So yeah, I guess Hibbs going into this one, beginning on. What did you first impressions as the film was starting? How were you feeling?
Well, from watching the trailer and even for when it was starting off, I thought it's gonna be a chance today. Chance of a SPUD, and I thought, well, just thought it was pretty terrible movie most of the way through it. But it was basically it was kind of like watching the start of it. It was about all these apparently special people.
The Force
special
5. Yeah, and that's why, isn't it? Because you make a combo. When you say the special 5, it's what kind of special are you referring to?
How many men do you need? Ree's personal guard number's about 50.
5 very special people.
When he says special, what does he mean by special exactly? Because I think I know what I think I know means by fucking special in this sense. Which
it was It was like watching the A-Team if you were in some sort of paranormal world or something. Like
Budget
literally.
18 minutes.
Oh,
It was the
literally,
D team, bro. The
Literally.
Z team.
So they,
The Z team, bro. The opposite.
so
of me.
they put these characters together, and then
But how do they? Do you think they've done a good job introducing the characters though? Because
well, I thought it was funny because like, everyone they introduced, that's what I was gonna say. They was like they were all just like, oh, they all happen to be in the middle of some bloody conflict or a fight or something. Like,
and,
yeah,
and like they're the ones who always starting it as well. And they're our Force 5, and it's like, well, besides one who's ready on a bike, but you don't know how. But yeah, the way the first guy starts is like he gets a little like letter sent to him, and it's like basically, I need you in for the mission while he's on job in the stall, and he's like, fuck this, and he like says to his boss, fuck off, like gives him attitude, and then literally walks down the street, and then these guys come up to him, I guess, in like they're like, oh, we heard that people have contacted you, don't be going in. He's like, fuck off, and he just starts a fight with them basically, doesn't he?
No buttons on it.
I know. It doesn't do much for you, Ralph.
Well, step it up your pachaka.
Yeah, you tell him.
What was that? Did he say what I think he said?
why is he so happy for? Just
Because A's badass and B's been called in for an assignment, so he's like, yeah, fuck it. I even can stuff my D now, like, fuck you all. But it's introducing him, he's gonna fuck everyone up, and
here we go.
yeah, go on, bro. Oh, a bit of parkour action, eh?
Nice.
Hit him into the pan pot. Nope, into the door, even better.
It's a bit better than Batman thing, actually.
What? Showed him right out, didn't he? I like that guy. He was like kind of just like all about you. He was like, oh, an excuse to fight? I'm down, like. So that was the first dude he introduced, wasn't it? The second one then he introduced was the dude on the bike, wasn't it? Was that the second guy they introduced when he's getting chased on the bike?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The one...
So he's getting chased on a bike, isn't he? And then like he, they're having a little chase scene. They eventually catch up to him, and then to introduce his character, he just ends up battling them all. And they do the classic, don't they? One at a time. They all don't gang up on him. Like even though it's like 5 enemies on one guy, they all do the classic. Wait for the one guy to fight, get him beaten up. Wait for the next, like the whole queue and line thing, don't they? Hey, go on, son. Complete unnecessary, but yeah, why not?
I can figure someone's gonna get caught on the glass.
And there's like an outtake where someone like just goes fucking head first on it, like. Ah!
He's so bigger than them all.
Walk into my kicks one at a time. That's right, don't fight two at once, fight all single-handedly. He's running after him now. He's like, come here, you cheeky bastard. Ain't letting go, eh? Fuck you. Take your beating. What's that?
And that was like, mate, that just reminded me of me.
That was like
doing a kick on you and like running away.
That was a Hibs moment.
Yo, come on, we're gonna.
that was a Hibs moment for sure. Oh, he's kicking him over there. What was the? Can you remember the third one? Because like,
The third one was the guy that looked like a bit like Hulk Hogan or something, but
Oh,
like
the
a really
wet
skinny
bird
bit
guy,
as
yeah.
well. Hulk Hogan or something.
How did he introduce him again?
He was playing pool in a pub.
He's hustling.
Yeah, and he was hassling people, and the guy sat. It's a really stupid scene actually. A guy, so he'd beaten him. He potted the black, and the guy's like sat on his money in the pool. He's like, "You're sat on my money," and then they started having like
What,
yeah,
can you remember what he says about his money? What are you doing? I'm keeping it warm.
yeah, I'm keeping it warm, like so. And then he just starts fighting him and all his mates, fights the whole pub basically, and then picks up the crowbar, goes to throw it at the guy who's just sitting there smirking.
The one like
confident as fuck.
semi-pimp look guy.
Yeah, and then he's just like, puts the pool boy and walks off. The guy's like laughing. It's like, small hours for nothing. You didn't even.
Yeah, like
Didn't even see him pick up his money, did he?
sense.
He didn't even pick up.
Yeah, it's like the middle of the fight. All you see is someone actually snatch like the wad of cash and just go. You don't know who does it, and then he turns around. He's like, "So you don't even get his money, that guy."
You're sitting on my money, fella.
Keep it warm.
His hand.
Like all run one at a time at him. Like, look. Like when you all just gang fucking jump on him and just fuck him up. There it is, Hibbs. Came into play. Shit, there was a straight fatality there as well, bro. That guy even still tried to take his money even after he's beaten him up.
They're literally like characters off like fucking like a Street Fighter or something like
Yeah.
that. I swear to God.
Yeah, all jobbers, mate, getting beaten the shit out of.
I don't like being cheated!
He's just having a little hissy fit. Oh, go on. Fair play to him though, he's just sitting there, straight face, like, go on, I don't give a fuck.
What the hell? Looking good.
And then the fourth one is the lady, isn't it? I believe it's the fourth one, because the main dude who we see anyway is the fifth guy, isn't it? So
Yeah, the fourth one's the
fourth
one
one is the lady they introduce.
She's like fighting her husband or something.
Yeah, well, it's not her husband, it's the main dude, isn't it? Like the
Oh
main
yeah,
couple.
sorry, yeah.
But it introduces her, like, classic 80s film. So all these guys introduce them as badass. So, you know, what do they do with a woman? Of course, they get her into a nightgown to have a fight in it. Not like, have respect for this, like, you know, character. Maybe just treat her like the other guys. Nah, typical 80s film. If she's a woman, she has to be treated that way, you know, that thing, innit? So that was quite funny. But then the guy comes in, doesn't he? Like, to, he's all blindfolded. So straight away he knows the training thing, and then she's like just battering him up, and we thought that was quite funny because even though it's clear like he didn't, you know, he's doing it just a training thing, we're saying like, fucking hell, like if she even likes him, like, and she beats him up like that, imagine what she'd do to people she don't fucking like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing, love? Bang! That's how she says hello to him all the time. No
Clever enough to
way.
get in here. I'll forget about it if you
She's
clear it now.
teleporting her.
They obviously like each other. It's just a little bit of foreplay. Walk with him. Fucking hell.
I think it's straining.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Hey, it's me.
Of course it's you.
Still knocking up like.
That is how you should greet your husband every day. Of course it's you, darling.
With a throat hit like. So anyway, they're putting these guys together because they're trying to stop this cult. So there's this cult going on, and there's this main guy. They call
Well,
it like
what's the main reason they go into the cult? Because it introduces a cult. Can you remember the main reason
to
why?
get that girl out.
That's
There's a
right,
girl
yeah.
in there. They want to get that girl, but they want to like. They're trying to like. Well, I think just to get
Well,
that girl.
basically, they gotta infiltrate. The idea is like they gotta infiltrate this cult to get this girl out, which explains a bit more.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, he's even convincing me, mate. I might have to join this fucking cult, especially if they got people like that. Count me in.
Someone just
Yeah.
But then you find out the gentleman who hired them, they killed, don't they? Remember? They tie his legs up. He's already like in a wheelchair, but they like basically they find out that he's like hiring these he's gonna hire people. They don't know who, but they're like, oh, we need to like kill this guy to stop him because we want to keep this girl in our cult and let this cult keep going in it. So there's a scene when they come in, they just end up fucking just like getting him.
And they get it.
What about the guy that you were saying, the budget Ken from Street Fighter? Oh, Carl.
Oh yeah, oversized Ken like, but yeah, he looked a bit like Ken. But then I suppose even though the weapons expert guy even looked a bit like how.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, but he was more like Kendall than anyone,
Yeah.
the weapons expert.
But the funny thing is as well, so they going into this cult undercover apparently, like they're going into this cult,
Yeah.
but so they're in there for about I don't know what feels like about 4 days.
Yeah.
They've been fighting them non-stop for about 4 days, and he goes, I think our cover's blown.
Yeah, there was a scene
Yeah, that
like
happened on the first fucking day, mate. Like, that's
So,
it. You know what I mean, Nick? It
Well,
was...
because what they do, they basically this cult thing. This guy, they kind of make it easy. He's exploiting a young girl because the young girl's father's rich.
Yeah.
So the whole reason he got in the cult is because he wants to exploit with her money. But you know, make it's a cult to do, make you believe that you're part of a good thing. Sign over your fortune to us, you're our family. That's what they are, right?
So it's to cut in as well. The cover as well. His cover as well was every time he was having a fight, he'd put his balaclava up, and then once the fight was over, he'd just take it back
Yeah.
off and he'd, same guy, mate.
Yeah.
Same guy. I just seen you.
Because like with that, basically, like I think it's on the first fucking night, right? So they're all like each dressed up like in all his black, and that's what I mean. So he gets his back. They make a point of him having it, and he puts it down his trousers or whatever, and that's why they make a joke about it's just to make himself look better. So he's like sneaking around the place or whatever, and then when he's down in like some cellar, they come in, they see the back of his head. It's clearly him, like he's the only guy who looks the way he does. Then he puts on his balaclava, fights them, and then in the next scene, it's off anyway. And then the next day, he's wearing the same fucking clothes when everyone's going, someone's infiltrated us. And it's like, well, clearly the guy who's wearing the same clothes, all you gotta do is just take a balaclava off, which you weren't wearing half the time anyway.
Hey, we've got something here.
Ah, look what we got here, buddy. They're fucking late. They've seen your hair. They know who you are. Right, let's one at a time. That's right. You take your time, guys. One at a time. That's right.
One kick for both of them.
Just fuck it. I'll just stand you and let you kick me in the face.
This
This
is
is
the point in this balaclava. Just might as well.
well. You think the fact
About an hour ago.
the fact you're wearing the exact same clothes as when you've done the fucking mission, and you only put your fucking balaclava on after they fucking
They've
sit back
been
in.
fighting them for an hour. They've blown their cover an hour ago. They've been fighting them for over an hour.
Yeah. Well, they fought him for like a bit, then it's been like an hour of fuck all happening, doesn't it? Really, like, but
Well, maybe yeah, exactly.
but yeah, they why is he surprised?
Hospitality that you
So they were really fucking dumb and incompetent, weren't they? Because half of the team were spend the whole time fixing the helicopter for like the majority of the film, and then half of the other team in infiltrating it.
I wouldn't say the acting was as bad as some of them that we've seen recently.
No.
The fighting was terrible. You could just tell they weren't in them at all. It was
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
There was some.
It was it wasn't as bad, but I would draw similarities to Batman and Robin in the 1960s. If anyone's watched that, the old school.
Music as well, wasn't it? All the time. It
Yeah,
sounds like-
that kind of fighting, blatantly fake. Like if anyone's ever watched really old school Batman.
Yeah.
Um,
For the big portion.
yeah,
of
the music was like pow.
It's like that kind of when you listen to
it,
it, thinking of that
Yeah.
as well. But like for the big portion of the film, when you get there, there's like bits of action or whatever going on. But for the big portion of the film, when they're doing the infiltration, besides the little odd fights they do here and there, it kind of dragged a bit, didn't it? It was like because a young girl, they're trying to make you feel for her, so they have moments with her, and then obviously a little character development. Oh yeah, something I just need to mention in just because I do remember this, just to put in the edit. This was earlier in the film, typical 80s film, right? Early in the film, out of nowhere, it cuts to a scene of two women topless. And you're like, all right, where's this kind of going? And then that's it. I don't think you ever see them characters again. It literally cuts to two random women topless. And I was making a point of going, typical 80s film, he's got to do it. But yeah, this literally puts a
Completely
scene.
irrelevant scene. It didn't
like,
even need to be
yeah,
in there. It's just
It just cuts to two random women topless. I don't think it's any character in the film. And then that's it.
that's it, literally.
Well, it's going to happen in an 80s film, wasn't it? Standard.
What was that?
I mean, there was no need for that. You know what I mean?
That's it. We gotta say as well. So usually, I mean, I think always I'll bring it up from One Tough Bastard. It was always the kid that annoys him. It was Kevin from Redneck. You didn't see that episode. No one particularly laughed in the other one we did. I can't remember, but Anyone particularly annoying Mac this week? Anyone annoy you, mate?
I got mad lucky on this. When the guy right at the beginning, it was like when they're doing the torture thing on him and he's crying like a girl, I lost like 1,000 man points. Because I was saying, right when the film starts, I'm like, oh, is this a main guy we're following? He's getting tortured and he gives up information because they just let him go. But then it turns out like he's like, ah, he screams, it goes black. You think someone's like killed him in life. Turns out it's a fucking bull. Because then later in the film, they like torture these people and then they let them go out of a room. And then they're like, what the fuck? They walk on these like thin corridors and it's a bull. And you were saying there's like millions of ways. Loads of these like like they utilize it eventually. But like the first few parts, it's like, why are they just running around letting this bull get them when there's millions of ways they could avoid it, isn't it? That was a really
So to be fair, in agreement, they were all really annoying because look, the bull, right? They were like, that's the one reason I remember.
Yeah.
The bull comes out the room and he's in this really thin corridor. It's like, shimmy up the walls, mate.
Yeah.
It's easy. Just if you ain't getting you, he can run past you, like.
I was gonna say you could literally shit on the bull.
Literally, like, between two walls, just I would have just couldn't climb the walls, but they're all running, like trying to get away from.
What?
What is the one?
It's the bull though, the thing they worship. Like that would suck though. If that was coming towards you there, there's like no alternative out, is it? It's a very short corridor. You'd have to take the risk, bro, and just try and jump over his head,
Jump on
like,
his head, yeah.
and try and, like, you know, probably go like mad on you, but just have to hope for the
What's
best.
that thing you could jump the walls? I could.
Oh yeah, you could spider
Yeah,
the wall,
I'd
bro.
spider
Just
the wall, I would. Yeah.
that way, like, oh look out. Yeah, you're right. That's a really good technique. Just look down on him and start like shitting on him and be like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna do that now, bull? Bullshit. Dead end, pal.
There's loads of things. You can
Get out! Get!
There's loads of things you can stand.
Look at this. Get! But he didn't impale you, I don't think, so just fucking keep hold of his horns, you go. You know, I thought was quite funny this episode. You know, we usually say every film so far, so usually me the one who's like, I fucking hate this character. It was you the one this time. I think it was like the Carl guy, the Budget Ken. You were like, I fucking don't like this guy, and you just straight away just add an issue.
I don't think it was
didn't you?
still, he didn't really say much in it to that I could be annoyed by, but I
But,
just,
like,
I just kept thinking, when's he gonna get beat up?
He's like the master ultimate, like. He's so hard, he's just succumbed past beating up people, he's just a cult leader.
He had loads of time to pass
This
it as
guy
well.
is a terrible sniper.
He had loads of time. Stop!
And hey, at least he's getting straight into it though.
This fight is pathetic.
Yeah, that's right, you batter him, boy. You batter him good.
You know, he wasn't even martial arts fighting. He's just street fighting.
Yeah,
him.
he just straight up bruting him. bro.
Pummeling him like. He just Stone Cold Steve Austin did.
No point wasting your skills on someone as fucking incompetent as that, is it? Yeah.
And I didn't even think the guy that beat him up was the weapons expert, the Hulk Hogan looking.
No,
Ken.
it's not. It's the
No, who
the
beat
other
him?
dude, the one who spends the whole time in a fucking helicopter, who loves getting punched in the head and headbutts everyone.
Oh yeah.
The big bulky one.
So I
'Cause they
expected the main guy to have a cheap fight him.
Well, yeah, but the main guy fights the main bad guy, isn't he?
Oh
Which
yeah, he
does
took on
happen.
Chance Eng, didn't he?
Not
Not Chance.
But the thing is, it's
It's
only
like in Mortal Kombat.
it's
Yeah.
only one. Weirdly, in this film, there's only one main henchman because there's a Force 5. What they should have done is add like 4 henchmen and the main guy, and then you have a scene with the main guy fighting the main guy, and every 4 character have like a sub boss to fight each. But then they only do have one of the characters, and all the rest are just killing jobbers off, really, and they throughout the film. It's like no point were they ever really in danger. Like some of them don't even get hit once in the film, do they? Like some of the characters of the Force 5, they just never get hit once. You know what I mean? It's only that one guy who likes getting fucking hit because he loves it and he just headbutts you. But yeah, like when it gets to that part of the film, and it all kind of happens fairly quick, doesn't it? They kind of... Because what happens? So basically, they're talking about getting a cover blown, and that's it, because they're like, oh, we need to get out with you with the helicopter. And then they're like, fuck it, we're going to go. And instantly, out of nowhere, all these people just like, oh, fuck it, we're just going to fight you, isn't it?
They start fighting them.
And it just kicks off.
Yeah,
It
the
just kicks off.
helicopter, all of a
then.
sudden they fix the helicopter with it apparently being like broken. They starts fighting them for a bit, then they all runs in the helicopter there, flies up in the air for a bit. The
That's
one guy
right.
they just left there anyway.
Yeah, they just
and then
fuck
all
off
of a
and leave
sudden
the guy
they
in the
just
ground.
back. So they just ran in an helicopter just to go up in the air,
Just to
come
go
back down
closer
and
to
then
the
land
base.
back, and then carry on fighting
Yeah.
the same people.
And they could have literally been quicker, just run
No,
into
it
the
didn't,
base.
didn't
Like.
make sense. Murdoch's off.
Well, it just instantly turns into a fucking fight. Yeah, boy.
I know, he's done that.
Yeah. Frankenstein, like fucking hell.
I mean, these haven't done much. It's about time they started
You
fighting.
know.
They've just been hanging around the helicopter for 4 days.
Yeah, literally, like, what an easy job. You had one fight, like, you know, fucking hell, I'd love to go paid to do that.
Why bother flying back up then? They just jumped in the helicopter
Yeah,
and fly back up.
just to fly
back
into
down
the
and get
base.
out and fight
It would have been quicker for them to just run to the base.
Just to carry on. Wow.
Look at this, bro. I'm right in the nipple. That's right, fuck it up. Look at this. Look at his technique. This guy, he's awesome, bro. Look at him. You can tell he's loving
But
it.
he's had his double side.
Look at him, bro. He's rolling about the place unnecessarily.
Oh, that was a Luke hand kick then. Did you
He's
see that?
loving
That
it,
was a
bro.
double kick.
Oh, there's a Ken, bro. That was a
Yeah,
Ken.
this is the real Ken.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He has got the blonde hair, isn't he? So... This guy loves the headbutts, doesn't he? Just nothing hurts him. Yes! Snappy arm.
What's the point of bringing in football?
This is what I mean. This dude's having so much fun. He's just being at such a fucking. He just loves it, bro. This guy just any excuse to have a fight, bro. That's what I mean, bro. He's sadistic, bro. He's playing with him. But there was like a couple of fucking dumb scenes like that. And then, yeah, like the last part then, fair play, it's quite action-packed, I suppose, but it's just bad action, is obviously the part you saw in the trailer, which you're joking about, when he goes to fight the main guy and fly kick him, and it's like, I was fucking...
Oh my
complete
god,
miss.
yeah, he's just about 10 minutes too late for that, like, he was literally,
I think in the trailer, was this the trailer you watched when that guy done a kick and you said you missed him by 10 minutes? Hell of a scene.
literally in the trailer, there was a kick and he just comes through a door and the guy's only run past like 10 minutes earlier.
He's
like,
already gone to the shop and back
Yeah.
before the fucking throws
No,
a
wait.
kick. Ah, there we go! That was it, 10 minutes too late. That was in the trailer, wasn't it? Look at this. But then, yeah, really, like, they kind of, so they're all like, you know, obviously the three of them are just fighting loads of jobbers. Doing like, there was that one guy said he was funny because he was just obviously having fun doing it because he's doing unnecessary rolls and then knocking
Oh
people
yeah,
out.
just like, the one guy when he kicks him and he's like, just a quick flip before he jumps
Yeah.
up to kick him as well. It's like, you didn't need to do the flip bit because you just jumped up to kick him.
He's just sadistic and he loves fighting.
Yeah.
There's a guy who got off like
Your life's on the line and you're showing off, mate. Come on.
he just loves fighting this dude. Like, are you serious? What? Look at them all just having a go each, bro. That poor guy. Yeah, we didn't need to do nothing. Like, I'm surprised because sadistic guy in the back there. I'm surprised he didn't toy with him for a bit first.
No, but yeah, just flipping.
But then
off.
he's kind of like just.
But he was probably the apparent best fighter in it. But they did him and the one guy. They just sat around a helicopter for about
Well, I think it was
40 minutes of the film
three
and
of them.
didn't do nothing.
Three of them. Like, so
Yeah.
over half of the Force 5 for half of the film are just sat around a helicopter.
Yeah, doing nothing for 40
Yeah.
minutes of the film or something.
It's
like,
only
just-
the main guy and a girl,
Yeah.
really, that go out and do stuff for the majority of it. But then, sort of at the end, then, so when he, like you're saying, when he land back down, then back into the base, like, so instead of running to the base, they go, let's go up in the air 2 inches and come back down back into the base. Like, why?
I reckon as well. They looked at all of them characters and gone, right, which one's going to be the main guy? It's like,
Do you know, I
it's
think-
all pretty bad. It's going to have to be you, mate. But it's all pretty bad.
Do you
to
know
be
why?
honest, but
Do you
it'll
know
have to
why
be
they
you.
did that? They went like that. Which one is asking for the less pay? He's our main character. That's what he was.
I
Like,
reckon
and
he
this guy-
looked at it for. You know, like none of them look like a main guy.
No.
They're looking at me. Which one looks at me? Yeah, it's
This
gonna
is the
have to
guy
be
they
you. I
fucking
mean, you
choose,
probably
like-
look like more. The main guy probably did look like more of what the main guy
Look,
would have been.
They do
Stereotyping, like.
have the fucking guy we say Ken, the weapons expert, it does it more than
He
the
wouldn't
other
have looked
guy,
like a main guy though, would he?
but it
He
doesn't seem
just
to
wouldn't
have
have.
worked.
I don't know why. He just wouldn't have.
So really, it gets into like kind of that, and it all happens quick. They just beat up all these fucking people, like all these cult fuckers. Like there's some scenes where they unnecessary. Remember the woman's fighting and the guy, and then he throws the Black and Decker thing, and he kills a guy. It's like the woman was like doing his shit. He kicks, beating up everyone. She had no problem, And instead of letting the woman handle herself and just knock the guy out, he throws a fucking blade and kills the guy. So although the Force 5 are good guys, they literally kill people when they literally have no reason to, and he could easily just knock them out wherever. They willingly kill a few people in here, don't they?
Again, none of them are not getting hit once. Is she gonna get hit?
Don't.
No, he's gonna do a star thing.
What?
Oh, move.
That was so unnecessary to kill him, bro. Like,
Thank God for Black and Decker.
they get off on it. Like, the amount of times he's got his star thing on his thing, he does that like twice and fucking kills people with, doesn't he? And
Well, they initially, when they got together, they did break in a prison to break the guy.
that's it. We
out
haven't
of
even
jail.
talked about that.
Yeah,
scene,
so
bro.
actually, oh yeah, that's funny because just like the whole movie, really, it didn't have a lot of direction. But
No.
there was it's the one bit where they're just breaking into prison. It's like,
Yeah.
well, for ages it didn't look like wondering what they were doing. It's thinking, are they just breaking into a prison
Yeah.
for nothing? But no, apparently they're going to get a guy who lives in a mansion inside the prison.
So are they like breaking someone out of prison, or there's a cult not in the prison? Is it?
They're breaking into it, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, why?
How did he even?
Yeah, he's proper panicking because yeah. Fair play though, it's an excuse for a fucking big riot. Let's go. Here's
Breaking
Mr.
someone
Weapons
up,
expert, bro. This is his scene now, bro. He's gonna fuck everyone up with his sticks. This okay? Wouldn't it be like hundreds of security in a prison like that? Ugh, get away from me, mate.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
what the fuck's this? Like zombies?
you don't have to
Why?
stand that close to the
Why are they
doors.
doing this though? Why are they turned into
I know.
zombies?
You don't have to stand that close to them anyway.
Why are they going to zombies for, bro? What? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I'll just wait slowly.
Good move.
The zombies got him, boom. Oh! And again!
Again, like.
Oh! That would fucking kill. Like, what? He's turning into Vega from Street Fighter, bro, on the back age. What?
They're kicking everything now, like.
Just
Just
don't give a
everything.
fuck,
Just
shut
kick everything. What?
That's right, run into the spring that'll stop you.
It's not even doing anything.
It's giving them a wash, bro. That's their biggest fear, is having a wash.
That's what it's so.
Like, how is it all these people like getting stopped by a bit of water? Who's going for that window? Go on, through the window. What the? Oh. Like, this kid in like 20 foot in the air to kick. That was genuine, bro.
They're so solid, like these people. Not one of them have got a hit once yet.
No, they're just too good, bro.
They haven't even been like.
I think they learned from Steven Seagal the art of never being punched in a film or refusing to, because your ego says otherwise.
For a funny bit, I would have made the guy come back then. The guy just stayed. He had to hit him again. Ah! It happens as well. Oh my god! Like exactly what I anticipated happens.
That guy is pelting for it, isn't he? And they gotta like burn up the whole. So, hold on, wait there, bro. They went into a prison, got alerted, so whatever they went in there to do, they didn't do, and they're just gonna burn the prison down. Like,
I'm not
are these-
sure why they went in there
are
because
these-
there's nobody in there. They're
Hold on.
breaking out.
is it good guys or bad guys? I'm pretty sure I've seen films where the bad guys go into prison and burn the place down. You'd be considered a bad guy, wouldn't you?
Why have they not? Why have they gone in there then? Just to do
I
that?
don't know. Like, if they have, that's clearly a bad motive. They gotta be bad guys. Literally, like, when we were saying it, we were watching it, and I was like, man, I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Why
yeah.
would this guy willingly
And
leave
it's
prison
like-
when he's living
Yeah,
that
so
life?
he's living in a mansion. Like this guy was a prisoner in there who clearly ran the prison because inside his he had all this like 50-inch TV, a bed, the governor's daughter in his bed, like
What did
so
he
he
have
obviously
on
just
his
runs
walls
shit.
in the
What's that?
prison? What did he have on his walls in the prison?
Machetes.
2 fucking machetes in his prison wall. They let him. Fuck off.
It's open. Come in. be dead. Laurie?
Go chill.
Look at this guy's cell. Like he's running the
I say,
place.
why
Like,
does he want to go out of jail, man? That, like,
No, you have.
he's got a better place than mine.
Why would I? You undone
He's
my
got
ruin for
blades
years.
on his wall in a prison. He's got machetes
What's
on
the
the
best
wall
way out?
in a prison. Like they've one thing I've letting him have a sofa or whatever, but in a prison he's got blades on the wall.
he's obviously a high roller, man.
I mean, okay.
He's
He's
running the place, bro.
like fair play to the guy. Why would you want to leave prison? Like he's having a hell of a fucking ball. Like look at this.
The commandant.
He's...
That was crazy. But yeah, that guy we totally forgot about because they break him out and the girl. Then nothing really from that, innit? So it's kind of a bit of a pointless scene. Then they set the prison on fire and they walk in the line and let him out because they're just like, yeah, we've all been beaten up from you. So the guard just let them walk out. They just stand in a line and let them walk out. I mean, yeah, they're just gonna walk out with them.
Well, they want to.
They don't want the smoke, but
They don't want. They don't want none of them. Like,
look, they're already bruised up. They're all like, yeah, I'm not fighting you again.
now we ain't got no beef, like. Oh my god.
Look at this uniform. It's like they're
This
giving
is
him
go-
they're giving him kids' clothes. They don't even fit. So that didn't really fully make sense because then people don't really like they get the girl and the guy out, but then what purpose does that serve anyway? Does he give him information to tell him where the fucking main guy is or something? I can't remember. But anyway, so as we saying, like
Yeah, and the end is anyway. Obviously, he goes to like the main guy fights the main
Yeah.
bad guy, and the Messiah, the guy who's
the Messiah.
you're waiting for the miracle from, but he just the only fighting up to that point I'd seen him do was like with blades on his feet. So to be
Yeah,
honest,
that's it.
that
There's
was
another
like cheating a bit.
Quick about that scene when
Yeah.
it's the people you sent out to fucking when they get sabotaged the first night when all the Force 5
Yeah.
beat them all up. So he's got all these like his soldiers who've been beaten up, and he's like, "You're not good enough for me." So he like puts cowboy little blades on his fucking shoe, and while they're all there, they're all like doing this, like, but none of them make an effort to fight him, and he just fucking kills them, like just stab him in the neck, slashing him up and that. And it's just like, at least fight him back. If you're gonna die anyway, you may as well die in style. But no, they all just stand there and just take their deaths, don't they?
Oh, this is that ridiculous bit.
I thought he was gonna start slapping him with a shoe.
I think it's reasons in the circus. Takes him 12 men out with him.
Yes. Oh, he's got blades on him. Look, yeah, like cowboy style things. So he's gonna slash some people up. That would suck to stand in and no one was coming. You're like, ah, fuck, like.
I just did him first. Like, you'd have to.
You'd have to, wouldn't you? And just say if you kill me, you kill
Fuck
me.
you, though.
Fuck
He'd
it.
just kill you anyway. Though.
Probably, yeah.
He
Oh,
would be able to,
he'd
he's
nap
so
you.
good, like.
Oh yeah, he'd just fuck you up, wouldn't he?
My god, like, imagine going in on that, like. No one was coming.
Look at him like, oh, what are you doing, you little sketchy fox? Just like that. Right in the throat.
Well,
He ain't dead yet. He is now.
what do you thought of staying down, like? Stay down, man.
I know, innit?
Screw that.
Or at least fight back. Oh!
Why's that guy got
Snap
back
his neck.
up?
Snap his-
Stay down, bruh.
Give me a neck snap, go on.
Oh.
He did. He took his kill, bro.
There's me thinking like, oh, you know, whenever he's a third degree black belt in the trailer, he's just took them all out with his foot. No, he put a blade on the bottom of it and cheated.
Yeah.
And then the only real fight at the end where he pretty much lost quite easily in life. I thought you were gonna fight it better than that.
What happens though? Because as he's like gonna fight him, he literally just
Picks up a
gets a
pickaxe.
door. Remember, he goes into it and just locks him out first.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
he?
he just locks him in with a full.
Just easily.
Which again, another one that just doesn't run up the wall, like,
Yeah.
and then go back.
But then, how does
Yeah.
he take out the bull? Though? How do they finally utilize the shit around in the environment? What happens there?
He knocks the barrel down first, and he he knocks the barrel down, which is like, oh, happens to be petrol in it, obviously, because there always is.
How
So
quick does he do that lap?
He's off on it, and he has to do a lap and get the bull to chase him.
Bro, but how quick? It's like he knocks it down. Like, keep in mind, for 2 minutes now, he's
Yeah.
been fumbling
He
around.
does 400, yeah,
And literally in 3 seconds goes.
Yeah. There's a 400-meter lap in about 30 seconds.
That's like 2
Yeah,
seconds.
like literally, like just bombs it around, and the bull's chasing him. Obviously, waits for the bull to run with the gasoline, chucks a thing at the light.
What
which
does he chuck at the light?
A piece of metal, wasn't
Like
it?
a little, like a little shuriken thing,
or
innit?
something, wasn't
Like
it?
a little shuriken. So what
Yeah.
does he throw it at?
A bloody light which drops a smack and just blows the whole bull up and the whole thing. But it's like, I'm sorry, but scientifically, there's no way that would happen.
Absolutely no way.
No.
What the?
I love how I had to state it was in Korean as well. Ah, look, I just locked him in.
Come on, move.
Oh, he's in a bull now, bro. He's gonna have to fucking have a fight with a bull. Oh, here he goes. Well,
He's improvising at least.
oh,
this
there he
time.
goes. Finally trying something.
And it's crap.
Well, he did spill all that, so he's gonna do a full loop and then set on fire, isn't he? That was a quick loop, wasn't it? Fucking hell! What? Why?
He should be doing the 400 meters.
Bro, how many loops is he gonna do till he makes it? Are you serious? Is that gonna blow up? Fuck off. What? How does that even work though?
He just blew a fucking bullet.
How? Ah? So he shoots a light which is not connected to the fucking gas at the bottom, not even close to the naked flame. How would? Whatever. Like,
He
that's
just basically smashed the light bulb, and to be honest, he wouldn't have even got the sparks. Wouldn't have even got that.
that was
far.
impossible in every way physics
Yeah,
happened.
there was no scientific.
Every chemistry or
Possible reason
physician would just
that
be
could
like, what the
happen.
fuck was that? Any scientist would have been like, what?
Why does it happen to be petrol in that thing? Why are people just storing petrol everywhere? Like, I don't believe that shit. If
Oh.
anything, it'd be water in there, and people don't just store water in barrels just like that anyway. So yeah, it's all fucking bollocks, and yeah.
So then, like, so he defeats a bull, and then, how about then? So he ends up having to fight the main guy. How about every time he appears from by a door, he keeps getting him? Remember we were saying 3 times in a row? Don't he like just go, like every time he's like,
Oh,
looking at the wall, he keeps kicking him,
Just, like,
kicking him.
he's giving him smoke, all this smoke around, and he keeps sort of like every time, like he'll just flash away quick and hide, and then every time he just keeps coming back, and he'll come in, bang, knock him out once, and then he'll be like, then he'll come back, and then he'll disappear again. He'll come back again and get knocked out
Yeah,
again.
it's like kicked, and he,
Oh,
no
like
point he
5
hold
times
his
in a
guard
row.
up, and at one point there's a scene, he's on the same fucking door, and he gets, and then he appears from there, and then the funniest part is then when he's walking around, just in them barrels, he comes out of the barrels and double kicks him, doesn't he? Like, ah, sly
Great sound.
bastard. Good man, though.
What? Fuck that.
What? Oh man, our main character's quite dumb if this is what's going to keep happening. It is, isn't it? Oh, did I just see somebody else?
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker. No, please don't tell me again. Hold your guard up, at least you fucking bell end.
This is a crazy end fight scene, like.
They really run out of budget, don't they?
Yeah. They dragged it on so much as well.
They have, man.
Oh god. Not even for me, man. To camouflage himself in it.
Oh, he's having a hell of a laugh, this guy. He's fucking trolling him. Look at him, he's even standing around and posing before he hides and kicks him again. But this guy, he's just a fucking joke, isn't he? And then they eventually have the fucking fight then, don't they? Like, and that's a bit of a disappointing showdown, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, because he just gets the pickaxe and then he's just.
that's right, yeah, he's going like all serial killer for a bit, and then the pickaxe goes in a wall, they have their fight, and I was calling him when I kick him into the pickaxe, because the pickaxe sticking out of a wall. So yeah, as a predictable happens, and he does the old Van Damme, kick, and then he goes into the pickaxe. But the way it doesn't even show or sound impact.
No.
He kicks him, he goes, and it just cuts to him, and he's just like, ah.
Hang on.
Like, he's right by the pickaxe, kick him into it. Kick him into the pickaxe. Here it is. Ah, guy didn't even hear or show the impact. He's just dead on the pickaxe.
Is he?
Yeah, he kicked him into the
Ah.
pickaxe. Like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking, that was terribly done. That was absolutely preposterous. And that's kind of it then, isn't it? And then it's just
That's
like...
what I'm saying. Just like that's pretty much the end. They all jump in the helicopter, and that's it. It's like
Yeah, and then he can't just go in the helicopter. It's like, oh, that's it. Because then the drunk guy, which we haven't really said much about, the
so.
guy...
Just to say, right?
What about the drunk guy we haven't mentioned? The
Oh,
one
yeah.
who spends a whole film just getting drunk. You don't...
He's apparently running shit. He looks
Yeah.
like maybe he's the Hannibal, you know, who's there by
Yeah.
the A-scene. And he's pretty much drunk for the whole thing, like,
He's
you
just
know.
getting drunk all the time.
Hell yeah.
He's still wrecked, bro.
I want to see the Reverend anyway.
Good man, like. We're on a really important mission, so
I got
what I'm going
all
to do
the
is
steak.
stay in the room and get smashed.
He's just having a holiday.
Oh,
mate.
look out.
Let me do my old summary of that. My summary then, basically.
Oh, wait there. Before that, though, there's one scene I know, I can think of, we haven't mentioned. In the lift with the two guys in 3 times in a row. He does them kicks, the same kick, remember? 3 times in a row in the lift, and he go... Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
What were they doing in that lift the whole time? Just standing in the corner, not fighting it? Like, it's the same move.
Do it again.
The
same
guy
move.
fell.
Go on, do it again.
The guy...
Again. Yeah, here he
Bro,
goes.
the guy fell before he even kicked him off.
It's again.
That's 3 times in a row he spammed the same kick, like.
And then a little dance.
That's like them shitty players you play online that just spam the same kick, mate.
So
Yeah.
basically, right. So some guy got broke out of prison. They put all these guys together. Basically, they killed a load of people. They went and killed some more people. Killed the boss of him. Killed all them. They did all of that just to get a girl out of a cult.
Yeah, and it was like random bullshit that
Yeah.
didn't need to be in there, such as
Yeah.
a scene with girls getting their tits out that had no
Well, not
relevance.
just to get it,
a
but-
scene of them going
yeah.
to a prison that didn't have no relevance. But yeah, basically what Hibbs broke it down to, that's what they could have done with a film. Basically, that was a script. And they went, "How are we going to..." And that's why you got all these scenes that just are pointless, because that's a script. And they went, "Oh shit, that's only about 20 minutes worth of film. Let's chuck shit in."
Obviously, it's important to rescue somebody who's in a cult, a girl who needs to go there, but they killed a lot of people for that one reason, which is like, well,
Kill people as well, yeah, they're bad
they're
guys.
absolutely
And then
mental.
he willingly, like, just burn the fucking place down as they're going out. You're like, you guys are sadists. So it's Force 5, I don't know, I got a theory that they're actually the bad guy serial killer fucks, really. Like, we're following them, but I think they're the bad guys. At least they fucking...
Yeah.
Because, again, they mercilessly kill 2 people in some...
For me, it seems safer just to call the police and report the cult.
That would have solved a lot of issues, basically, yeah.
But no, they put a whole team together. You know, there's going to be fighting and killing, and you know, and that dealt with the problem in you know, as you can see, you know, a very non-peaceful way.
Now I think about it, bro, I don't think I've ever said this in my entire life, and I don't think I ever will again, but we've just seen a film where technically, what it comes across, the cultists might be the good guys. These Force 5 people, I swear they're the bad guys. Like, we're made to believe they're good guys. But when you think about their actions, going into prisons, burning every fucker there, like, you know, even killing people, burning the place up, not giving a fuck, killing people they didn't need to, I think they might be the bad guys, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, a cult is not a good place.
Of course not,
It's
like,
not.
obviously.
Just,
But I was going to say, I think this might be the one time in my life I actually side with the cultists, bro. That's what I'm saying, like, fucking hell. Anyway, bro, so, to be honest, I think we've covered, unless any scenes you can think of we haven't. There might be 1 or 2 we missed that was funny, but I think we covered a lot of
I think we've gone through most of it, even though part of it I was struggling to stay with it because it was very slow, and
Yeah. There were
you know,
parts we
thinking,
just
where's
kind
the
of
fight at the beginning now? Because it's you know
You
a
know,
lot of
there was, like,
fucking...
because you started off right,
Yeah.
didn't it? It was like, oh, where are we going here? And then it was just like, because I remember, especially when he infiltrated it for a long time, bro, I remember sitting there going, I don't know if it's me, but it feels like this has been like about half hour and it hasn't been a fight scene. Because I remember there was a few times I was going, oh, they're not going to fight in them suits. And when, as soon as he was dressed up in the black, I called in, I was like, maybe we haven't had a fight scene in ages, you're not in a suit no more, a fight scene has to happen. And that's when they did the infiltration in there. But overall then, Hibbs, what would you say about Force 5? Do you think this one deserves the almighty dreaded dud, or do you think this is going to get the amazing, well, not amazing, but the worthwhile spud? What would you say, bro?
It's an absolute terrible movie. It's just obviously, as they all pretty are,
Are they
much
gonna be
are,
in it,
but
like, yeah.
quite terrible. But You know, again, I was so disappointed because I just thought, you know, today it was gonna be
It was
the
going to
one,
be the
it
day
was gonna
today,
be the
wasn't it,
one,
you
but
felt, but
this is definitely a continuation run
of the bad luck.
of duds. I'm afraid
Yeah.
it's got to be a dud.
Yeah, gonna be honest, like Hibbs, we started off alright, we saw the trailer for, you know, it's gonna be a fun one. Again, it was just a lot of padding shit in there, but then even like the fighting later on just got really, it was just shit anyway. We were laughing a few points, getting entertainment out of it, but originally I was like, you know what, this might be alright, because the one guy was alright at fighting, or one or two of them were actually genuinely good martial artists, but the rest of them were just unconvincing shit, and especially when the woman's like, and people are getting beaten up from that. I'm sorry, like, but at least double take some shit. But yeah, for me, I would just have to say though, like, yeah, agreeing kind of with Hibbs overall on this one. Like, I was hoping and I was praying for the Spud, and I was even in high hopes. I was thinking earlier, oh man, we're gonna get a Spud here, but nah, sorry, it's a dud. If you ask me again, would I watch this film? No. Am I going to save this film to my hard drive? No. Is it going straight into the recycle bin? Yes.
Yeah, don't save it.
So
Thank you.
yeah, like, to be honest, I don't think there's much to add, 'cause I think we covered everything. And again, as you know, with these, if you watch these episodes, anything we might have forgotten, because it happens with these films. I've had a few people saying, "How did you forget this scene?" It's like, well, when you watch these films and your head's a fucking mush ball and you're trying to recall everything, you're like, what? And you get more fucking confused. Sometimes you get really golden moments, so I always make sure to put them in the edit. So if there's anything we missed, I'll put in the edit. Otherwise, Hibbert, anything else you would like to add about Force 5?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to think, you know, what we're looking for the Spud anymore, because I just don't know I don't know what I'm trying to look for. But I don't know. I think I'll know when I see him. Think
Yeah,
that was
man,
definitely a
just
Spud. But
go.
with that, it just didn't quite. There was some really funny bits, like, so I do feel a little bit harsh, but. I mean, I don't feel that harsh.
the
No,
way
I
I-
don't feel that harsh. He was bad, but I do feel like, you know, at points I thought, oh, it could be, you know, it could be where it could be
Yeah.
something, but it just didn't quite have that thing for me to go, that was amazing, you know.
The way I look at it, bro, like, there's like thousands of films out there, literally thousands. And if you've like gone out there to make a film and put it out there for people to have their own opinion, and me and you are real, bro, we won't fucking lie about things. I think, like, it's not being harsh. It's just like, I've seen literally thousands of bad films, but they're fucking amazing. So when I see these bad films, if it's not entertaining me, if I come out with a film like, oh, I feel bored overall, then you've lost it. Like, you know, if you're going to be batshit, go fully batshit is my advice, because you'll probably get my attention. But so far, the little thing I've noticed a lot of these films, they've had really good moments in it, just the padding and boring parts. Like, if a lot of these films either went, fuck it, let's be a shorter runtime, or when, fuck it, like, let's just go batshit crazy a bit more and just let himself loose more, there'd be more chance of Spuds. But we'll definitely get Spuds down the line for sure. But yeah, at the moment, it seems like quite a few duds, doesn't it, bro? But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I don't feel bad giving this a dud. I think, like, you know, I won't watch this film again. I'll say that confidently, like, you know what I mean? If you enjoy it, cool, your thing. But for me personally, I'm giving it a dud. So yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Well,
Hopefully next time we'll get a Spud, but that's
Yeah, hopefully.
definitely never did.
This will be like 20 years down the line. Will they finally get a Spud?
Yeah, I mean,
It's been dud after dud after dud. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But the funny thing about it is, like, even though these films are shit, there are moments that we get to laugh out of it, bro. Because even though, like, that was a shit film, I enjoyed watching it just for the dumb moments still, like, you know? So it is what it is. But yeah, been Maniacal Mac.
I'm Hibbs.
And this has been Dud or Spud. So next episode, look out, coming soon. Boom.
Just caught in one net.
The classic net. No one can get out of a net in a movie. Oh, look at this. He's proper battering up his own students.
Why
Like.
did he have to catch him in a net? I mean,
Like, good point.
and fight the other one. I mean,
Like, he's grabbing his own student by the hair. Come on, like, that's disrespectful. Yeah. Why is this guy so, like, dumb? Why can't he get out of a net? Why is he?
I know.
flicking
Why
like
can't
a
you just
fish?
go on your hands and knees and you'll just lift it over you? Like, that would be.
Oh,
Fills the appetite,
When can you not get out of that? You just float it over.
it's in all films over. Net is the ultimate. If you watch films, people just don't get out of the net. I guess everyone.
I get out of that easy. Mate, trust me. Just lift it over you, like.
Well, you'd think that, wouldn't you? Like, but in these fucking films,
I feel like I'm watching the A-Team in a paranormal world.
yeah, that's a good description. The 18,
Literally,
the
like.
paranormal edition.
Senator. Your Honor.
Is that Murdoch in the background, Luke? Are you playing with a Murdoch?
To say this is like an A-team film that fucking they scrapped in it.
Are you getting no play with no Murdoch? They're basically.
They probably based all the characters over the A-team and went, oh shit, we haven't got the rights for the A-team last second, and went, let's just make them Force 5? Yeah, sure.
¿Y tú? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Estoy hablando.
What?
That was such a quick. Can you see the way they cut? Like, because she couldn't get the kick fully. He just disappeared, the guy. This was basically Scientology, isn't it? It's like the whole. I think they've based this thing on like Scientology.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a young Tom Cruise in the background, but
That's when he got his claim to fame. Yeah, it makes all the
this is his
sense.
first movie.
It's making all the sense now, isn't it? We're going to see John Travolta pop out somewhere as well now, look. Can you imagine getting beaten up by someone making them sounds?
I'd be laughing in pain.
That's what I mean, you would, wouldn't you? But that's a defeat you'd never get over, not because of the fact you got beaten up, by the fact that by someone who made noises like that. I could never sleep at night ever again if it happened to me. What's going on here? Oh no. Look at that NPC, he's not even a human being, bro. He just programmed, walked out, went back in. Didn't even scope the place out, like. Glitched out, didn't he?
It's like a fucking video game now.
Have a sniff and see what it is, mate. Like, chuck your face in there, like. Ah, did you see him then? The look of like. Bro, if he literally goes off on one and fights like a king, bro, we know exactly what that was.
They should have got Brian Thompson to play this guy. I don't know why. I just see him there.
Because if Brian Thompson played it, it'd just be incredible. I'd already given a spud. He'd already have a spud.
Of course, like, of course.
Thing is, you could put Brian Thompson. I don't know what I want to see is a film where Brian Thompson plays every character. That would be the best thing ever.
Maniacal Mac.